Solo and Soul with Phinesse. Solo and Soul with Phinesse. Solo and Soul with Phinesse. Solo and Soul with Phinesse.
Welcome back. It's your boy Phinesse Demps, the professor of soul. You know how we do. We keep you soul connected. And we got another edition of Soul on Soul with Phinesse. Don't forget, you can reach out to me on my social media, Soul on Soul with Phinesse, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and even TikTok, which I don't understand. Grown man on TikTok. But anyways, or you can email my email, soulontsoulwithphinesse@gmail.com. That's Soul on Soul with Phinesse. Remember, Phinesse is spelled with a PH and not an F. Anyways, my special guest today is I'm excited because, and I love interviewing independent artists, especially when they have great music. My guest today has some great music. And matter of fact, got too many singles flying up the chart. We can hardly keep track. But she has a nice sound, nice voice, and a great pen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that means she's a writer, a producer, and a singer. Notice I didn't say singer. I said singer, because that means she can sing. Welcome to Soul on Soul with Phinesse, Miss Toy Taha. How are you doing, Toy?
Thank you so much for having me, Phinesse. It's a pleasure.
No problem. So explain the name Toy Taha. Is that a real name or is that a stage name? Is there a meaning behind it?
That is a real name. My real name is Latoya Taha. So family calls me Toya or Toy. So I think that Latoya Taha just sounds like too long. So 10 years ago, well, 9 or 10 years ago, when I released my first promotional project, I went with Toy Taha. So, yeah, but it's my real name.
Okay. And I get that question asked to me about Phinesse, and I say it's a real middle name. And they say, yeah, right. But it is. So I understand completely. So explain, how did you get into the music business?
As long as I can remember, I've been singing, and but I was so shy. I still am shy when it comes to the music. I think that, people think I'm shy, like, and just regular day-to-day conversations, but that's not true. I'm just shy when it comes to sharing the music and performing live and stuff like that. But I got into music because it's what I've always been surrounded by. I never, remember my life without music. So just jumped on in.
So what do you mean surrounded by music? What do you mean? Family brought up in music, or you just you are on punishment? So all you used to do was listen to music? Explain that for us, please.
Yeah, so always surrounded by music because my mother would play records on vinyl, Phyllis Hyman, Tina Marie, Anita Baker, and my grandfather, he was really deep into soul music, and so he would also play vinyl. And my dad, he would play like different stuff. He was the one that really introduced me to more of an eclectic side. He would play like John Lucian and Rochelle Farrell and NWA, Public Enemy. Even as I was a child, I heard all of that uncensored music, which is the reason why I don't like censored music today. So yeah, I was always surrounded by music, and I can, listen to a song and attach a memory to it, so quickly. And I think that that's one of the best things about music.
I noticed in your bio too that says that you started off writing poetry. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. So I would say maybe elementary or middle school. I can't really remember, but just started writing poetry. And I can't remember if it was maybe like an assignment one of the teachers gave us, and I just kept with it. And then, no one in school knew I could sing or anything like that. I would dance in front of people before I would sing. Like, singing is just like something that just petrified me to sing in front of people. But dance, I would rap, I was in so many extracurricular activities as a child. So Poetry definitely started it all as far as my pen and
Mhm.
how to, compose and structure a song. So,
Do you remember any of your? Oh, well, first of all, are you still writing poetry to this day?
no, I'm not. Just songs.
Okay. And secondly, how is it you don't have a problem getting up doing rap in front of people, but you have a problem getting up singing?
I have no idea. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I think that rapping to me, the cadence is more like talking. Like it's more like just conversational. And for
Hmm.
me, singing is like directly to my heart. So all of my emotion is there. So much vulnerability that you have to, you know, give in order to sing in front of people. And that's like one of the most scary parts because I can say I am like a little guarded, but
Hmm.
you know, singing in front of people is like you're just showing them like your whole heart. Like you feel naked when you're singing. So well, at least that's how I am. I don't know if other singers and artists are that way, but that's how I am. So I kind of have to like go into a different space when I'm performing in front of, people, like almost like a little bit of an alter ego. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So how did you get up on stage knowing you're this type of individual that is terrified in front of singing in front of anybody? How did you get up stage to perform?
Well, my mother gave me a lot of encouragement, as well as a dear friend of mine who is a professional musician and producer and professional drummer. His name is Keith Simpson, and basically, he invited me to an open mic here in Philadelphia. And this was just last year. Just last year, I started performing live. And so, the first time he invited me and I'm like making excuses, oh no, I'm not prepared. And, I'll just watch and, all of that kind of stuff. And he's like, no, they need to hear you because he's, saw my videos. I would post, videos and covers and stuff like that. But he was like, no, I'm talking about you. You need to be up there on stage. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I couldn't keep making excuses. So I then went up there. But one thing that people have noticed is that I only perform with the sunglasses on. So that is one of the ways that I get past the anxiety and nervous energy on stage.
Okay. Toy Taha, we're getting ready to take our first break. And as I always do it, and the listeners know this around this time, I always ask the artists to share their website and their social media with everyone so that you can gain some new followers and new supporters.
Okay, thank you. So I have an official website, which is toytaha.com. That's TOYTAHA.com. And I also have my social sites. Everything across the board is Toy Taha. If you go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is Toy Taha Music. And I'm on TikTok, but I don't know what I'm doing on there. I just post like the promo and stuff. So that's Toy Taha 8 if you want to see it. But those are my sites.
See, I agree with Toy. I don't understand why we on TikTok because all we do is post a promo of the coming show because we
That's all
ain't
I do.
singing and we ain't dancing. We ain't doing none
Yeah,
of that. And
I'm not going to do any of that.
for all you music listeners that are listening, did you see how subtly Toy Taha said I have an official website? I took that to mean for all you artists out there fronting with just a Facebook website and don't have an official website, what you doing, man? You can't be in the business without an official website.
Oh.
So long, so with Phinesse and Toy Taha. We'll be right back. I gotta define what the artists are saying to y'all because you're not catching the subtle shots. I see you, Toy. That's a good one. I see you. We'll be right back. So long, so with Phinesse. I got my homegirl Toy Taha, and she's just like me. She agrees with me. Independent artists, you got to spend some money on your stuff so you can look good and sound good like Toy. Now, Toy,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Now, Toy, you explained your music listening experience because of your grandfather, your mother, and your aunt. And sometimes where people stay has an effect on their sound. And what a lot of people don't give Philly a lot of credit for is the Philly sound. There's a
Yeah.
lot of great music and artists that come out of Philly. You look at the Roots on the late Tonight Show. You look at Daryl Hall coming out of Philly. Phyllis Hyman, I think, came out of Philly. I
Yes.
think Eric Roberson is in Philly. All the great sound in this Philly sound, Huff and Gamble are out of Philly. How much did Philly play a part in not only your upbringing musically, but in your sound?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I would say that my sound is soulful, but it's definitely rooted in Philly soul. You know, so many Philly artists inspire me. Jill Scott, Jasmine Sullivan, Kendrick, the Family Soul. The list goes on and on. But I think that Philly doesn't get enough credit for, its musical contributions. And I think that that's really important that, we get that sound back out there. Well, I don't think it's ever left, but, that it's circulating and people know like that's Philly right there.
Yeah, because I've seen stories on Atlanta and the music scene. I've seen stories on Detroit and the music scene. Everybody know about the West Coast and East Coast, but New York, I should say, because the East Coast also is Philly. And there's
Yes.
never been nothing done on Philly. And there's so many great music that has come out of Philly that it's a shame that there's never a story. We're like, where's the Phyllis Hyman story? The
Yes, I would
OJ
agree.
story. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's some
Hmm.
great stuff. Uh,
Yes.
so in saying that, Toy, what is your definition of soul music?
Soul music is just something to me that you can feel at your core. You feel it deeply, and it's gut wrenching. It's heartwarming. It's all of those things that make you feel something. And
Mhm.
soul, Southern soul, all of it, deep soul, R&B soul,
Mhm.
pop soul. The list goes on. But as long as it's soulful, I think that, people can connect with it. And if it's, a topic that is relatable,
Mhm.
that is soul. No matter if the beat sounds, a little different, like I can say, there are songs that are pop, but, if the vocal is soulful, then that would be soul. And I think
Mhm.
that some people don't really know that. I think, people can, everybody wants to do, put genres on stuff, but if it's soulful, if it makes you feel something and, it's a particular sound, but I think that that's soul.
So in saying that, Toy, what is Toy Taha bringing to the music scene?
I think that Toy Taha is bringing a soulful, sultry, midnight, quiet storm, all of that. Sensuality, empowerment. Those are the things that I really enjoy writing and, singing about. But I tend to like to tell stories as well. So one of the songs on my project, which is Collapsed, is a cinematic song. It's a song that I think you could hear in a film or something. And like it's orchestral and you can hear like Roman cathedral notes. And, I think that that song for me, which was actually the first song that I wrote for the Project 8, is just really pushing the envelope as far as my writing, but I think that I'm bringing just soulfulness, sultry, all of that kind of stuff.
And it's interesting that you say that, because I interviewed another set of artists, the city out of Georgia, the city, and they said the same thing about sensuality and not sexiness.
Yes.
To you, is there a difference between sensuality and sexiness?
Absolutely. I do believe, there's a difference. I think that, well, for me, everyone, can have a different perception, but I think sensuality can be more of coming from a vulnerable space, whereas sexiness is more like the outward appearance. You can feel sexy, but that sensuality is, coming in from inward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good definition. I like that. Toy Taha here with Soul on Soul with Phinesse. We're going to check out her music in the next segment and ask her about her new project. So we're going to take a break right here, but when we come back, that's what we're going to talk about. You know how we do. Soul on Soul with Phinesse. It's your boy, special guest, Toy Taha, and she educating y'all as well. Y'all just don't hear it, but I hear it. So pay attention. You might learn something, as Fat Albert would say. So we'll talk to you after this break. Soul on Soul with Phinesse. We'll be right back. Third segment of Soul on Soul with Phinesse. My guest today, Toy Taha, out of Philly, out of Pennsylvania. Shout out Jazzy Jeff. I forgot about you coming from there, who's also a great producer. Toy, your project is called Project 8. Am I correct?
Just 8.
Just 8. Okay.
Yes.
So why just 8?
It's called 8 because basically I'm into numerology. When I went in to record the project, it had been an 8-year span. Well, it was more like 7.5 years, but I was saying by the time it comes out, it will have been 8 years since I had released music. And as far as numerology, the number 8 symbolizes the karmic cycle. It symbolizes new beginnings. And this was a completely new beginning for me because the last time I released music, I just put it up. I didn't know that, so many people would pay attention, but they did. And it wasn't like it is today. It really wasn't. It was just like put it on SoundCloud or, Bandcamp and just let it go. Now, social media is so much more prevalent and you can get a wider audience, and I just put the music up. I didn't do any type of promotions or anything like that, and the international market just like gravitated toward it, and I was completely taken by surprise that 8 took off in the UK and Germany and Brazil and Italy, France, all of these places that I'm like, wow, so I would definitely say that is because of social media. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. With having something you said earlier, I meant to ask you, but you reminded me. You said you're a very private person. You like to keep things to yourself, your music. So, are you a hoarder of music, Toya?
My original music?
All of your music. Are you a hoarder of your music? That's what I need to know.
Absolutely.
Toy, why you hoarding on the music, man? Come on now.
Because it's so funny that you just brought that up, because I was just having that conversation with one of my dear friends the other day. And, he was talking about the fact that he knows I keep music to myself. When I make music, I don't feel like I have to put it out, or, I don't feel like I have to, release it for somebody to hear. Sometimes I can write a song and it's a really good song. It can be crafted well. The songwriting is there, the structures. I'm a person that believes in bridges. And,
Shot.
just...
You heard that singer? Shot.
No,
Y'all singers ain't doing bridges. Shot. Anyway, go ahead.
But I don't feel like I always have to like put it up for attention. I can just listen to it. Oh, I have some beautiful songs that I don't know if I'll put them out, but I love them so much. But I'll tell you what, when I do put a project out, I feel like it has to be cohesive. I feel like it has to have meaning. And so if I do a set of songs, like right now I can think of maybe 5 really decent songs that I have, but they are so different from, well, what it is the audience. People want a body of work that sounds cohesive and that, is all R&B or is all pop or all reggae or something like that. But I do all of those genres. So it's kind of like if you listen to 8, you can hear a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I hold it, but also just because I am a private person, like you said. But yeah, I don't know. I have so many songs just on the shelf.
So it sounds like if an average project is 10 cuts, all right, I think you probably already got 5 albums already produced.
Yes,
am I right?
That would be correct.
Told you, Soul on Soul Phinesse. I'm a professor. I know what I'm doing. This game, god darn it. Toy, stop holding the music, man.
Yes. That is very true.
Shout out to your friend that started the conversation. They know you hoard music.
Shout out, Eric.
What up, Eric, man? She hoarding, man. Get at her.
You know what? It's so funny because he just said that the other day. And he's like, I know how you are. You will scrap an entire project if you're not feeling one thing about it. And I'm like, you are so right. And that is how I am. But maybe it'll change one day.
We gonna make it change. Cause I'm gonna keep calling your name every week. Be like, Toy holding back. She got 5 albums. She got a couple of movie soundtrack songs, couple of TV songs. Toy just holding back on everybody, and she throwing shots at y'all fake singers. Oh, did I say that?
I promise I'm not.
All right. So tell us about your latest single that we're going to play here on Soul on Soul Phinesse.
So Sweet Effects was the lead single released off of 8. And I wrote that song after an extensive period of celibacy. And so what I was feeling was, let me write something from that emotion of, when the celibacy is finally over and, you're about to have like this romantic night with your significant other. And the song can be interpreted different ways. And I think that I wanted to bring back the sensuality, and songs like Sweet Effects and Space and Time bring those vibes. And yeah, that was the goal. And I think that I did, what I set out to do with it.
Well, I tell you what, Toy, let's see what the audience thinks. Why don't you take this moment now to introduce the song, and we're going to play it on Soul with Phinesse.
Hey guys, this is Toy Taha, and you are now listening to my new single, Sweet Effects, on Soul to Soul with Phinesse. Check it out.
All right, and we'll be right back.
But it's better when you're It's 5 a.m. and we haven't left this week, 'cause it's been so sweet, sweet.
Welcome back, Soul on Soul with Phinesse. I told y'all about Toy, but Toy be fronting. So folks, hit her up on her website, because they answer their website because I sent a message there. Hit her up on her social media and tell Toy I agree with Phinesse. Stop hoarding your music, man.
All right.
Toy, in closing,
Yes.
I want to thank you so much. You are such a wonderful, beautiful guest, very
Thank you.
knowledgeable in the music. And you're not slick. I'm glad I'm not a singer, because I'd be mad at you. You ain't took some shots at folks today.
What? No, I haven't.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
just
say
keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
I ain't gonna say nothing to what you said. I already said what you said earlier. I ain't gonna say nothing else. But I wish you nothing but success. And anytime you got music, Toy, when you don't make me come to Philly. Don't make me come. I got family in Philly.
Really?
Don't make me come to Philly and find out where your music at, because I just steal it. I'm a thief, so I'm just letting you know.
So thank you so much, but I promise it won't be another 8 years in between.
Thank goodness. I'll be 90 years old by the time you release some goddamn new music. And Toy, where can people go hear your music, and what streaming platforms? Are you on all of them or what?
Yes, I'm on all digital platforms. Tidal is my particular favorite, but yes, it's on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal. And shout out to everybody that listens to Toy Taha on Spotify. I don't know what's going on over there, but they have been running it up. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm glad that Toy just said her favorite streaming platform is Tidal, because y'all folks know I'm always saying Tidal because the music artists get paid the most.
Exactly.
So let me tell y'all folks, I need y'all to go to Tidal and stop blowing it up. And again, stop asking me. Phinesse does not get paid from Tidal to promote Tidal. I'm just speaking truth. I mean, I wish they would. If they want to, sponsor a brother, I'm all for it. But I'm just being truthful. Artists make more money when you stream their music from Tidal. No offense, Spotify, but it's the truth too. So there it is. Toy, thank you for being on the show. You're welcome anytime you want to come on the show.
Thank you so much.
But when you do come, Toy, I don't want you to come when you write a book, because I know you got a book in you, a poetry book or something. When you come on this show, you better bring some music.
Okay. I'll have a new song the next time I talk to you.
All right. You heard that here first. This is Soul on Soul with Phinesse, Toy Taha. Make sure you support her on every platform. Make sure you check her out. And of course, you know how we do. Every soul channel, every soul station, every soul time, whenever you see your boy Phinesse, just pop in and say hello. I'm always here for you. And if you miss me, join me again next week. And if you miss any of this broadcast, make sure you go to podbean.com. They house all our episodes of Soul on Soul with Phinesse. Want to keep you soul connected. Want to have a good time when you come on here, because it's the place for the independent artists of soul music. You hear what I'm saying? So until next time, you have yourself a good one. In the words of Don Cornelius, peace, love, and soul. See you next time.
Soul on Soul with Phinesse. 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 This has been another Soul Media production.